Hey everyone, Blizzard KB here, and this is a crazy 4x4-II. Let's get a closer look at the top of this. The way this is different from a normal 4x4 is that there's an extra circle worth of pieces on it. So there are 8 extra pieces around the sides of the center 4 cubies. Now, what makes this unusual is that while you turn this side, the center doesn't change. As you can see, I'm rotating the outer side, but all the pieces on the inside are not changing. But at the same time, you can turn each layer. That can definitely be done. Where it gets confusing is where you start to turn layers and do algorithms on the cube. Then things start to get really confusing really quickly. As you can see, this puzzle adds a level of difficulty that wasn't there before. Now you may ask, why is this puzzle called the crazy 4x4-II? Well, there's a crazy 4x4-I. That's what this is. And as a matter of fact, let me just bring in a regular 4x4 so I can do a comparison of the sizes and the insides. This is just a regular 4x4. Here's a crazy 4x4-I. This only has 4 extra pieces in the center in the form of a circle. Now on the 2, the circle gets bigger and the number of pieces on the outside get bigger. Instead of just having 4, you have 8 extra pieces. This is part of a series of puzzles. There's going to be a crazy 4x4-III where this circle gets even bigger and it's going to start encompassing part of these outside corner cubies. So instead of having just these 4 pieces, just these extra 8 pieces inside, there's going to be 12 pieces because they'll add a piece of this cubie out here, and then a piece of this one out here, and then a piece of this one out here, and out on this one as well. So there's going to be 12 extra pieces that you solve. Then projected, I don't know if this will get made, but in the future, hopefully there will be another one where the circle is not as big as this circle, but it will be bigger than this circle. And so instead of including this outside cubie over here, all these 4 outside corner cubies, is going to include pieces of these center cubies. So instead of the circle going out to this edge, it's going to get even closer and then cut part of this center cubie out and go out and then cut back in and out. So it'll have 12 extra pieces, but they're going to be cut from the inside and not from the outside, as it would be with the crazy 4x4-III. Well, how's the turning handle? Well, you saw a little bit of the turning. I'm going to move these out of the way. You saw a little bit of the turning. Does it catch a lot? Well, it's average in that aspect. As long as you align the pieces on this puzzle, nothing's going to happen. But as with any puzzle that has a lot of extra pieces on it, if you start to try and move quickly on it, then it may catch, and then these center pieces, these pieces that I'm talking about here, may get out of position. It can happen, but as long as you align things correctly, then you're not going to have much of a problem. It's very interesting to look at, even if you're just going to turn the sides. It's very weird to look at a cube where you can turn the outside and then the inside doesn't change. Let me compare the colors really quickly. Oh, yeah, the color scheme on this is pretty much the same as on any regular cube. You have white, and then green, red, blue, orange, and then yellow. So that's not unusual at all. What is unusual is that this cube is using tiles. Let me bring this a little closer to the camera so you can get a sense. These are the tiles on it. It's unusual because on the crazy 4x4-I, stickers got used. As you can see, here's the MF8 logo. That's the company that's putting this puzzle out. And you can see that logo as well on this cube. Let me try and bring it up to the camera. Hopefully this will show up, but on this yellow cubie over here, you can see MF8 Diane. I'm going to bring it up. I don't know if we're going to be successful in seeing this. You can see over here, MF8 Diane. I'm going to bring it up a bit closer. It's very hard to see, but hopefully you can see that there's something written there. But what it is it says MF8 and Diane. On this cube with the stickers, it's pretty easy to put on these 4 extra stickers, but I am assuming that because they were worried about these extra pieces outside here holding on to their stickers, they used tiles instead, which is an understandable concern. The smaller the stickers you have, the more likely it is that it's going to come off of the puzzle. So they decided to be safe and put tiles on. However, the problem is they use tiles that aren't just on the surface, but they go below the surface. They're recessed into the puzzle. So if you wanted to remove these colors, add different colors, or if you wanted a different style of tiles, you would have a very hard time putting them on this puzzle, because these tiles go into the puzzle itself. They're not just tiles on top of the puzzle, so you can't just scrape them off. You have to actually figure out a way to pry each of these tiles off of this puzzle. And I'm not even sure if that's worth all the trouble. So you may have to just work with the tiles that are on the puzzle. So it would be very hard to replace these. It's kind of unfortunate that they did that, but in a way I understand their reasoning, but I think they could have done a little bit better and then just made the puzzle and then put tiles on top. I think that would have been a lot more enjoyable for people who want to change the tiles. Let's see, is there anything else I can mention about this? That pretty much covers it for right now. I think people have seen the turning of this. It's still very unusual to look at. I almost caught there. In any case, I am Blizzard KB, and this is a crazy 4x4-II.